I don't really know what I am doing, only that I know that I want to cook food and I want to talk. Since I do not have anyone to talk to in my house, the only option I have is to turn on my camera and talk to you guys. Huh? I hope you're not offended. Anyways, why would you even cook food if you have not poured a cold glass of chivita to drink? Huh? Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chimiti. For those of you that are just joining us, and if you're just joining us for the first time, please don't make it your last time by subscribing to my YouTube channel, turn on push notification, and of course, most importantly, giving this video a thumbs up. I don't know if this is like a new series that I want to start. I want to make food, like nothing serious, just indomie. And then, if you agree with me that there's a lot that has happened between Sunday and today, a whole lot, and I just decided that, oh, I want to say a few things, like I have like my own view on the things that have been happening. So it's almost like maybe if we're going to title this series, we're going to title it "What's Happening." Really, honestly, I think I'm going to be talking about three different things that have happened, or just one, or just two. I don't know. As the spirits lead, this video isn't scripted. It's just going to be as we go, things that pop into my head, and please, whatever that I'm going to be saying here is entirely my own thought process. What I think, you do not necessarily have to agree with it, but if you agree with it, that's fine. But if you do not, really. So I'm gonna make indomie, and I think just before this introduction, I had already shown you guys like my fresh tomato, my onions, my pepper. That's like all that I'm going to use. It's just something simple. I'm really hungry, so let's start. So I don't know if it's me, but I feel like there's an increasing number of domestic abuse incidences, and I don't think it should be so. I don't know. I feel like people are becoming very, very comfortable with being toxic, and it's where are we even getting it wrong as individuals? Why would you want to raise your hand to another human being simply because you guys do not see eye to eye on some certain issues, or you had some certain kind of disagreements? Why would you even do that? Is very, very confusing. If you are looking for context, I am talking about the particular incident that is already trending on Instagram, of where a guy used a knife to stab his girlfriend to death. And he's all over the internet space claiming it's a mistake, claiming he has never done something very evil before, claiming, I think he also claimed that he has never hit her before or something. But then, this is the same babe that I think trended a few months ago about being in an abusive relationship. It just felt weird. I mean, why would you be with someone that aggravates you so much to the point of picking a knife? Why? Another twist to the story is that the girl's private parts are missing. So I am desperately waiting for him to come and explain the part where it was a mistake and you stabbed her to death. And then is it also a mistake that you harvested her vital organs, or something isn't just adding up? There are a lot of things to learn from this particular incident, a whole lot. And I'm going to be starting with the fact that, first of all, irrespective of who you are, anger issues is not a flex. Please, what did I say? Irrespective of who you are in the society, your fame, your status, how much money you have, anger issues isn't a flex. Seek professional help if you are prone to getting extremely angry, or if you're prone to expressing yourself physically when you're upset. There's something wrong with your head. There's actually something very wrong with your head. If we're being very, very sincere right now, haven't actually made you guys understand that anger issues isn't the flex you actually think it is. Let's come down to we, the people that tend to be with people that have this kind of problem. I know that it seems that, oh, okay, they just get angry. It's the only issue they have. I'm the one provoking him, he's the one provoking me. Darling, it never ends well. Now, I can understand why you'd want to be in that kind of relationship. Have you guys met? narcissist people. Like, have you guys met people that have deep anger issues? They can be so caring. It's almost like they have really good highs to complement for their really bad lows. They would care about you, they want to be in your business, they'll make you feel seen. But at what? At the detriment of your own life, detriment of your own mental sanity, at the detriment of what? What exactly? A lot of people were saying, if you're in an abusive relationship, it doesn't matter what you're getting from the person, it doesn't matter the vacation he's taking you to leave. Do you guys think it's that easy to leave abusive relationship? Sometimes it's not even about the money. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll put it to you that sometimes 6 times out of 10 is not really about the money. It's about the highs that these people have or the highs they are seeing in the relationship as to compare to the lowest of the low that they see. And that's the truth. You'd see a woman who tells you, yes, he beats me, but there's always a but to that statement. He nags, but he insults me, but he does this, but there is always a but to that thing because these people feel like they're caged. They just feel like, oh, there's really nothing outside. If I go outside, it's the same thing that I'm seeing here that I'll go and see outside. It's really not easy for them to live. It takes talking, it takes begging, it takes prayers, and most importantly, it usually takes one event that, if they are lucky enough, does not really land them in the grave for them to realize that they are in deep shit. And that's the truth. Honestly, another thing I'm going to say is we should all stop trying to date fraudsters. Really. There's always this bad energy that surrounds fraudsters, and that's the truth. Repeat after me. What did I say? Stop dating fraudsters. I know people say, oh, I didn't know he was a fraudster. I didn't, how am I supposed to know?
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
Have you seen that eye that I gave you? Darling, except you just want to turn a blind eye to this, if you see a fraudster, you will know from the way they talk, from the way they dress, from the vibes they give up. All you have to do is just go on a date with them 1, 2 times, and you already know. Except you are choosing not to be quite observatory. Except you have chosen to turn a blind eye, probably because he's cute, probably because he has ticked all the boxes just yet. But more often than not, fraudsters are usually bad news. Usually bad news. And we've had, and then it's almost becoming like a pandemic. Almost every guy that does not like have a vision for his life, obviously, wants to be a fraudster. If he's not, it's they always behave the same way. They talk the same way. They act the same way. They dress the same way. It's Jesus, darling. You cannot tell me that you do not know that this guy is a fraudster. He is a fraudster. Okay? They are usually bad. I mean, 8 out of 10 of the domestic abuse incidences that comes out of relationships, not even marriage now, relationship. You want to check it. The guy's head is not correct. Why? Because he's a fraudster. Sometimes I actually feel like it's a curse. It's almost like they're all under curses to act a certain way, to behave a certain way, to talk a certain way. They don't even know how to talk. Really. And please, darling, we all just know that I'm saying the truth. Oh, you deserve better. Yes. As a young babe, you're 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. What's the hype about wanting to have all the pages of your passport stamped in less than 6 months? What's the hype? What's with wanting to go for different vacations, different times of the month, different seasons of the month? What's the hype to wanting to own a designer bag? Or what's the pressure? Who is putting this pressure on us? Who is doing this to us? Like you are seeing young girls that have no business being pressured except academic pressure, of course. are competing with 40-year-old women, 30-year-old women, 50-year-old women that have worked, that have put in the work, that have gone through all the stages of life they need to go through before getting to that stage. You're competing with them. Why? It is because of this kind of competition, unhealthy competition, that leads us to meeting the wrong people, that leads us to staying in the wrong situations regardless of. Come on. Going on vacations to have pictures to post on the gram is not the flex you think it is. It really isn't the flex you think it is. It's not. It's okay if you can afford it, if you're working, your business is doing fine. Please, by all means, go on the vacation, darling, and send me postcards. But if a guy is sponsoring your lifestyle, which is not bad, by the way, but you're paying dearly for it. Like when I mean paying dearly for it, but mentally, physically, emotionally, you're paying dearly for it. Now is the time to work out. Because if you do not work out, people will walk in and pick your dead body. Or you end up in a psychiatric ward. It's the truth. Did you guys know how crazy abusive relationship drives people to? It drives people crazy. Most especially the recipients. It drives them crazy. And then you make these guys feel very comfortable with being abusive. Like, bro, you raised your hand to me, and you're very comfortable with it because all I had to do was cry and then come back and tell you that I did not like it. And you're going to probably give me like a half-assed apology and just, it's you that caused it, you pushed me, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done this. Or they send you flowers, some even go to the extent of sending you flowers, helping you, getting your new stuff, or taking you on vacations. It's really not worth it. Honestly. Wait, let me even check if this mic is on. Okay, the mic is on. It's really not worth it. It's not. Something Tiana came out to say, and in as much as I felt like she was generalizing, she was actually saying the truth. I don't know, but I feel like parents are becoming very lenient with their children. I mean, you will see some kids do something and you wonder where they got the audacity from. Like, don't you have parents at home? Don't you have parents that are looking for you? Or, I mean, don't you have parents that ask you questions? At my grown up age, there are actually still some things they did not born me well to do. Even if I'm doing them, I can't do them in public. Come on! You guys are not asking your kids questions anymore. You want them to believe. Every parent wants their child to believe. Every parent wants their child to be a queen bee, to be the man of the hour. But why don't you know your child's whereabouts? Why don't you know who your child is spending time with? Why don't you know how much is in your child's bank account? Where is their source of income coming from? Who is bankrolling them? Why is your son suddenly wearing socks and slippers and walking like a tout and talking like a tout? Why? You aren't asking the question, you're just seeing the mullah. They give you some half baked stories and you're taking it. A lot of things is currently wrong with the society today. And like it or not, I'm actually scared for the coming generation. I'm scared. It really makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. Parents, keep a closer eye on your children. Women and men in abusive relationship, please walk out before we walk in and pick up your dead body. It's that easy. No, it's not that easy. Forgive me. It's not that easy. But please make up your mind to do that. Look at the handwriting on the wall. Leave. I know it's going to be like, oh, where am I going to start from? Where am I? I've invested so much into this relationship. I have been with this person for 3 years. I have been with this person for 10 years. I have been with this person for 20 years. Even if it's been with him for 50 years, please, while you're still alive, work out. There will always be someone better. That's the truth. There will always be someone better. Come out, take out time to reevaluate your life, heal. Because, like it or not, when you come out of relationships like that, you always come out with trauma, hidden trauma. You come out, you take your time, you heal, you see a therapist if you have to, and you do what needs to be done. If you know anybody that works with the Nigerian, constitution, a lawyer or something, please, I really want to know, or is it that it's now very legal for you to hold a gun and walk around in Nigeria? Because I've been seeing some funny gun violence incidents that is occurring in our very own Nigeria. Of recent, someone went to a club and shot someone dead because of an argument. Like, you went to the club and shot someone dead, like dead, and you took off. Now, there are a lot of questions I have to ask, and I am going to ask them. First of all, weren't you screened at the entrance of the club? Two, why do you have a gun on you? Secondly, I mean, we're not in the United States. I don't know particularly which of them is it, the US or the UK that now allows guns? I don't know which of them, but you're not there. You're in Nigeria, and what kind of anger issues do you have that you'd have to pull out a gun and unalive someone because you're having an argument with the person? What did the person do? What did he steal your wife? Did he kill your wife? Did he kill your child? What? The problem is with like the hotel security. It's like, do you guys know, you people that go to the club? Hmm? Is it that like once you're entering the club, you just enter, you're not being searched, you're not being freaked? If you're holding something metal, there's no metal detector. Because what's going on? How do you enter the midst of people with a gun? A gun, a gun. Let me think. A gun. Rest in peace to the dead, but I don't know. I feel like it's the Nigerian thing where you bouncers see someone that seems popular, or someone and you're like, oh, my guy, my guy, my guy. Because the person is popular, or because you know the person, doesn't mean the person is not a mad person. He is coming into the group of people. Freaks the damn person out. Freaks him. Check. He unalived a promising soul in the club and ran away and still hasn't been captured yet. Nigeria is becoming a jungle. Nigeria is becoming a jungle, and I hope it doesn't get any more worse than it is right now. I hope it doesn't. Like, he literally unalived someone for an argument that the person was even innocent of. I think from the whole gist, is either the person was trying to separate the fight between the unaliving agents and another person. Probably like the other person was friends to the person that had been unalived. They were arguing and he brought out the gun and unalived them. It's exhausting. The parents are in pain. They are crying and senseless violence. And for what? He's a man. What happened to punching him? What happened to both of you getting naked in the club and fighting it out man to man? Did you have to bring a gun to the midst of people? Who issues license to own guns in Nigeria? How come a relative celebrity, because it's not like a celebrity, like that people had to know him, people even remembered him because he was associated to one of our faves. I don't know if you get me. Like, you see him and you won't even remember until someone has to associate him with one of our faves. So you'll be like, oh, he and our fave had something to do together. Oh, it's him. You see someone like that and you did not search him from top to bottom. You did not empty the content of his bag to be sure. Now, the club isn't safe anymore. I mean, is anybody suing the club yet? Somebody has to sue that club, sue them for their penny's worth, because you're supposed to have security. I can't decide to come to the club and come to spend millions of naira. At the end of the day, I get unalived for it. It doesn't work in any sane country like that. It doesn't. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. The best indomie flavor they've ever produced. The best. Put me anywhere. Fucking best. By the way, have you guys seen the new episode of or the new release of Mission Impossible? Have you guys seen it? What do you think about it? Do you like it? I hope it's good. But then the thing about a very good movie is that you also need to know when to stop. It's just the case with Fast and Furious. I haven't seen the new one because I just feel like I'm just asking, is it going to be the last one? If there's another installment, then I'm not watching, except it's the last one. I mean, the movie was good, the storyline was good, but it's time to stop and move on to another storyline. Like, no. Cannot be the only one who has seen the new fuel price that NMPC now sells. They sell at 617 naira per liter now. So for other regular fueling station, it's going to be about 700 to 800 naira per liter. Uh, we all know that this is going to be suicide to a lot of SMEs. For a country that does not have stable power supply, for a country where 90% of its power source comes from generator, this is bad news. This is really, really bad news because a lot of SMEs are going to close down operations. A lot of people can't even cope. They won't be able to cope. How much do they make for gains or how much do they make as profits that you're going to have them buy fuel at 700 to 800 naira per liter? A lot of people are going to cut down on expenses. A lot of people are going to lay off their staff simply because cost of living will double, transportation prices are going to hike, necessities will now become luxuries simply because people may not be able to afford them anymore. Just of recent, I just after the fuel announcement, I saw like a video of people like trekking back home because a lot of them probably just went out with the amount they thought was going to take them home and it's not taking them home. Now, my only advice is that everybody should sit down and have a strict reevaluation of their expenses. If you were the type that used to hang out every Saturday in a month, you're going to have to cut that down. If you're the type that you're going to have to cut down on everything is affected, every single thing, from what you save, from what you spend, from what you used to help, from your everything is going to be affected, and honestly it's not going to be funny. A lot of people, I really feel bad because a lot of people are going to lose their source of livelihood, and that's the truth. There's no sugarcoating it. I really hope that the necessary bodies come together and do something about this. Otherwise it's not going to end well. That is the truth. 617 naira, or what am I even calling 617 naira? 700, 800 naira. That's a lot. Honestly, that's a lot. My heart goes out to all of us Nigerians, all of us living here. We are going to see it. We are seeing it already. God will help us. God will be with us because at this point, I don't know again. Anyway, food is ready, and I'm just going to eat and and think about my life. Really, at this point, eat and think about my life, and hope that it gets better from here on for all of us. Thank you so much for watching this video. Enjoyed watching this video as much as I did enjoy filming it. I have come to the end of this video, so I want to have lunch and do some other work. And I really hope that I get to create more videos like this. What do you think about it? Should I make it like a series, like something that I do about it once a week, once in 2 weeks? Let me know what you think about it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay?